Pendant ce deuxième confinement, nous avons souhaité en savoir plus sur d'autres situations. Nous en avons parlé à Amélie qui nous a trouvé Fiona, une rugby woman, qui ne joue plus.
Why is that?
Too old. No, that's not the reason. It is the reason. No, it's not. You're just 1 year older than me. I'm so old that my bones are old and brittle and they don't hold up anymore. I broke my leg in front of everybody.
I remember it really well, yeah. I actually didn't hear anything, but the other...
Marion thought I had stood on a twig.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she thought I had stood on a twig, and she was like, "Why didn't they clean the pitch?" And then she looked at me and went, "Oh, that's not French."
Hi. Horrible.
Yeah. It's kind of funny now.
No.
It wasn't funny at the time. It isn't wonderful, but don't regret anything. It was the best time. It was the best time, and I would never tell someone to not play.
Yeah.
Should play.
Une vraie rugby woman donc. But let's get serious.
Il n'y a pas un moyen d'enregistrer. Is there a way to register the video, do you know? Enregistrer, j'ai vu moi là. Yeah.
Let's record.
Am I okay?
You're great, Fiona, you're great.
Comment s'est passé ton premier confinement ?
First lockdown was long. So I remember it was around St. Patrick's Day, which Amélie will tell you is a big holiday. And we were locked down 2 days before St. Patrick's Day. There was an idea it was going to happen, but I went into work on the Thursday to be told by our Prime Minister on TV, our Taoiseach, that all schools, colleges, universities, everything was closing, and we packed up that afternoon and went home.
And so it was hard for you, the lockdown, or?
Yeah, I wasn't able to see my family, much like you guys probably can't go home to see yours, and it was just myself and my boyfriend in the house, and he lost his business. And then lost his, so he kind of had two jobs. He was doing the business while so he would work 9 till 5, 9 till 6 every day on the tour company, where he would collect tourists in Galway and then bring them out to Cong and the west of Ireland in Mayo. And then in the evening he would do security outside one of the busiest pubs in Galway. But then both industries collapsed, so he didn't do anything or any work for about 13 weeks, which was really, really hard. But we do have in this country, we have a subsidy scheme. So if you were earning prior to the lockdown, you will be given unemployment payment to keep you going.
Et sinon, comment se passe ton deuxième confinement ?
But yeah, lockdown 2.0 isn't as bad as lockdown 1, because a lot of us are still working. I'm now able to teach in the college as well as online, so I do feel like I have a bit of normality. You know, a lot of the industry, like, it's what's upsetting is what they're deeming as essential things to buy. So I think what overall we would all understand as being something essential to buy would be food and water. And they've deemed things like clothes and things not essential. But I do feel for any new mothers or new moms with babies. You know how quickly babies grow, and they need clothes all the time. Yeah. So that's essential, but they're not on sale here. Things like that I think the rules of lockdown could be broadened a little bit to make life a bit easy for everyone, really.
Yeah.
You know, some bookshops aren't allowed open here because they're deemed non-essential. But if they sell school books, they're essential.
Oh.
Just see what I'm saying? Yeah. there's a lot of loopholes. It's very strange. You probably find it with sport as well, Amélie. So my dad would help a lot with the local sports team at home. And he would, I think they could only have 15 people train at a time, but your team would be 30 people. So he would have to have 2 training sessions.
Oh my God.
For everyone. It made no sense. I just couldn't understand some of the rules, especially if one team went out against another team. Now you've got 30 on the field at one time, you know?
What about the changing rooms?
Oh, like, sometimes I wonder where they get the reasons for some of these rules. I'm into science, I'm an engineer, I can thoroughly get on board with, you know, tackling this virus, but sometimes I wonder, here now, like, that doesn't make much sense there.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I'm not allowed to train or play matches, but in college, not in college, before college, what is it?
High school, secondary school?
At high schools, so because high schools are open, they can play sports, so they can play rugby. And I have to teach them rugby, but I can't play or train, or so there is no logic in that at all.
Yeah, I do. I think it might come down as well to the people making the decisions in the committees. They might not be diverse enough to know that there are people like you, Amélie, or my dad, or me, or, you know, you guys as well, you know, that we have these situations, and when they put these rules in place, how they affect us and other people. Do you know? There was a big debate I was listening to, I don't know what radio station, but there was a radio broadcaster saying, oh, look, we'll go back into lockdown again, it'll be fine. And someone rang in and said that they had cystic fibrosis and they've been in lockdown now since February, March. Like, when is it going to end? I can't get a book. All I have is Netflix. I can't keep watching television. I can't go outside because I will die. Do you know? And I think things like that put it into perspective, that we have to get over this and get through this, because it's for those people to resume some sort of standard of living, really, is what you want. And I can cry and say, oh, they didn't have my paintbrush, whereas the person with cystic fibrosis just wants to go outside. You know, so.
Puisqu'on en est à mettre des perspectives, à s'interroger de la qualité de vie des autres, avez-vous eu en Irlande des initiatives solidaires ?
So at the start, the college I'm part of, one of my colleagues, his wife is a pharmacist, and she was noting that she didn't have much personal protective equipment or PPE. So he took it upon himself, her husband, an engineer, a fellow engineer, he set up an initiative in our college where he got a good few of us all in a line. So one person might be cutting the plastic, another person might be sticking the foam onto it, and then another person will be stapling on the elastic to create the shields for healthcare workers, pharmacists, doctors and surgeons. And the hospital in Galway commissioned 10,000. So we had to make 10,000 of these in like 2 weeks, I think.
Wow.
So we did do that, and it was great because I had been out of work. You know, I've been working from home and teaching online, but it's not the same as actually going to work. So it was really nice to do something different. A lot of my mom's friends would be into sewing and crafting, and they were making masks and PPE as well. So there was a really nice community vibe where everyone was coming together and making masks.
Et pour finir, Amélie le dit très bien.
What do you miss the most?
Rugby.
I miss anything. I miss events, if that makes sense. I miss going to a match or going to a gig and not having to plan it you know, like, I miss just going home to see my family and not having to go, okay, well, there'll be a 20-kilometer lift next week, so I might be able to go here, and I don't have to wear a mask, or I do have to wear, you know, I don't like that kind of, everything is really thought out because of all the rules. I miss not living in rules, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Totally, yes.
I miss not getting in the car and going, oh, did I wash my hands? I was in the shop. Or I miss going, oh, where's my hand sanitizer? Oh no, I'm walking around like this. You know, like, I miss that. I miss not having to do that. I miss that, you know, that kind of feeling where you sit down and you go, okay, who did I just meet today? Was that okay? Was I with them for too long? Did I go see Nanny? Do you know, I miss that. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't think it's a natural way to be. Mm-hmm. But it's what we gotta do, I guess. I do miss comedy. I was really enjoying that at the start. I feel like I was only getting into it, and then it was taken away from me, and from everyone. So I do miss that. But I've gotten to spend a lot of time with my boyfriend. He was working all the time, and now he's not. So we do get to see each other a lot more, which is really nice. We got the dog.
Yeah.
We got and I'm saving a lot more money because I'm not going out.
Yeah.
That's what I was. Actually, that's the first thing I thought about when lockdown happened in Ireland. I was like, people are gonna feel they're rich because now they don't spend €100 every night of the day of the week.
You're so right, because we would spend a lot on a night out and would not really think about it. Like a good rugby night out, Amélie. We could be drinking. We could be drinking all the way. Let's say we went to Dublin, so we would be drinking all the way back on the bus. That could be a whole case of beer per person. It would be, and then you would probably do some drinks in the bars that we stop off in, and then you go, feck it, we'll go out. Then you wake up the next morning and you don't know where you left your gear bag. You don't know where your purse is, and your phone is on the floor, and you're like, down €200.
Like that.
Yeah, and this every weekend.
Every weekend.
This is life.
So now you have €200 more per weekend.
Amélie, I have so much money now in terms of general cash flow that I was thinking of buying a kayak.
Actually, that's so good. My brother has a kayak and it's really, really good. So I would encourage you to buy one. I
was like, who do I think I am thinking that I should buy a kayak? What?
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. I miss those kind of nights out. I do miss the kind of randomness, no thought about it, let's just do it. Whereas now, if we were trying to plan a few drinks when things get better, okay, we have to be in at 6 o'clock, but we have to leave at 7:30, and then we need to go to this bar over here, but you have to keep your mask on. Like, no. I think those things.
Mais bon, on ne va quand même pas vous laisser sans vous faire écouter nos superbes accents.
What do you guys miss?
I miss hugging people, I think. But other than that, I don't really go out, so I don't miss that. And rugby, but yeah, the most important thing is hugging.
For me, it's like for you, I think it's the feeling that I'm always. It's like being a child, and you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that, and if you do it, you could have a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And I don't enjoy that. It's too stressful for me.
It is stressful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me it's the same as you too, because but it's like before we didn't go out so much as Amélie, and we just before the quarantine we agreed that we would go more in Paris and meet people, and like 2 days after that the quarantine came again, So I was like, damn, I can't do what I wanted to do, and this is so frustrating. So this is going to events. I miss that really, really much.
Yeah.
Really, really.
But like you said, it's like not just like if you want to go out today, you can go out today. Just not planning, just doing it.
Et question bonus. Quand vous regardez un film ou une série, est-ce que le fait que les personnages ne portent pas de masque en entrant dans un restaurant ou se font des câlins vous choque ? Nous, oui.